It feels like yesterday when a phone call was received via our call center 116, and the report was around 2 little boys who were being neglected by their maternal grandmother. And as Childline, the nearest drop-in center had to respond and support and assist these young 2 boys. And it so happened that I was the social worker who had to respond to the case. I remember driving into this homestead. There was no sign of any young people at the home. All I could see was the grandmother seated next to her hut. Very kind to welcome me in. And she said, "I'll show you where the boys are." I followed her, and when we got into the hut, I could hardly see where the boys were. She had to show me, this is where they are sleeping. The 2 boys got up, and what I saw is something that I'll never forget. Having been a social worker for about 10 years, but these are some of the sights that will never rub off your head. The issue surrounding these 2 siblings was that their parents had, of course, succumbed to HIV and AIDS, and they were left in the custody of their maternal grandmother, who was struggling to put food on the table for the 2 young boys. Later on, have money to take them to the nearest hospital. The grandmother had told me that she had stopped feeding her grandchildren because she also thought that they were going to die of HIV. And she didn't want to suffer for a very long time, like what happened to her daughter. But when we got to the hospital, the children tested HIV negative. The emotions that poured down the grandmother's face as she had the news that their boys were free from HIV and AIDS. She could not contain her emotions. I also struggled to support the grandmother, as I was also overwhelmed with a lot of emotions. But hey, this is what we do as Childline. I had to hold the grandmother's hand, walk her through the journey as we supported her grandchildren. So the boys were put on a feeding program, and I remember visiting 4 weeks down the line at the same rural home, and the kind of reception that I got was priceless. Just parking the Childline vehicle, guess who I saw? The 2 little boys running towards the car. Auntie, 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 priceless. They came overwhelmingly. They gave me a massive big hug that I can even still feel today. It was priceless. The boys could walk, the boys could run, the boys could speak. Whereas 4 weeks ago when I did visit, they could barely talk. Right now as I speak to you, they are somewhere, somehow, enjoying their rights, enjoying their right to education, enjoying their right to health. As Childline Zimbabwe, this is why we answer every single call, and every call matters to us. When they call, we answer. When they drop in, we open doors and we listen to what they are saying. This is what Childline is all about. 116.